Hi friends, welcome to Spiritual Motivation. In our previous episodes of Life History of Hanuman, we understood that Ram has killed Vali with just one arrow. And after completing the funeral of Vali, Sugriva has to be crowned as the king of Kishkindha. For that purpose, Sugriva has requested Ram to crown him with his own hands by coming into his palace. Whereas Ram has rejected this offer politely because Ram has promised to his father that for 14 years he is going for forest. He is going to reside in the forest. He is not going to enter any cities or towns. Because of this promise, Ram has denied to enter into Kishkinda kingdom, into the palace, to crown Sugriva as the king. Instead, Ram has sent Lakshman on his behalf to crown Sugriva in the palace of Kishkindha. After Sugriva becoming the king of Kishkindha, Vali's wife Tara, she voluntarily got married to Sugriva as per the custom then existing in Vanar community. Vali's son Angada has been engaged as the prince of Kishkinda kingdom because Ram has given promise to Vali that he is going to take care of his son Angada. Now the rainy season has been started. In those days, long back, in my opinion, more than 10,000 BC period, this story has happened. When the rainy season has started in those days, it was not like current days, my friends. In those days, there was no pollution. The nature was very pure. The rainy season used to be in such a way that 4 months non-stop rains used to be there in those days. In Sanskrit, it was called as Chaturmasya, means 4 months period, the rains are going to be continuously and drastically falling. So because of this, Ram has told to Sugriva and Vanar army that because of the heavy rains in this upcoming Chaturmasya, it will be very difficult for Vanar army or even for anybody to go out and search for Sita because of heavy rains. So what Ram has directed everyone, Ram and Lakshman, they both are going to take a shelter in the nearby mountain in a cave. Sugriva, Vali, Jambavanta and Angada, etc. and along with the Vanar army, they are going to reside in Kishkinda kingdom only till the end of Chaturmasyam. Ram has given 4 months time to relax to Vanar community because of the rains. And after the end of 4 months Chaturmasyam heavy rains, again they are going to start searching for Sita whereabouts. So this was the agreement between Ram and Sugriva. Now the rainy seasons have started. Heavy rains drastically was falling during the 4 months. So Ram and Lakshman was taking shelter in the cave of nearby mountain during this rainy season. Valmiki Maharshi has explained about this rainy season so beautifully. The nature, rains, clouds, the streams, waterfalls. He has explained it so beautifully. This will indicate Valmiki Maharshi extremely literary skills if you read Sanskrit Ramayana, my friends. Now, during these 4 months, what Sugriva did? He got 2 wives after several years of hiding in Rishyamukha mountain. So, Sugriva started taking the pleasure continuously and non-stop for a period of 4 months. He forgot the world completely. He was engaged in taking the pleasure from both his wife. Sugriva did not even step out of the palace. He did not even meet any of his ministers during these 4 months. Now, slowly, this Chaturmasyam period got over. The rains have been slowly come down. At the end of 4 months, almost the rains were stopped. Now, this is the time for everyone to reassemble to search for Sita whereabouts. But even after end of 4 months, Sugriva has forgotten his duty. Sugriva did not even come out of the palace. He was taking the pleasure from both his wives continuously. In this time, Ram and Lakshman both started feeling very uncomfortably because the days are passing after the 4 months Chaturmasam period till Sugriva did not even turn this side to search for Sita. Ram was feeling very sorrow. Lakshman got very angry. Then Lakshman said he is going to confront to Sugriva to remind about his duties. In fact, Ram has clearly told to Lakshman that meet Sugriva and tell him that if he is not doing his duty, if he is not interested in doing his duty as per his promise in searching about Sita, tell him, warn Sugriva that the path in which Vali has been sent, the same path is vacant even for Sugriva also. Lakshman got very angry after listening to this, and he started from the mountain to reach Sugriva. He is walking across the forest to reach Sugriva. Lakshman, in his anger, he was plucking out the big trees and is throwing when he is going to meet Sugriva. Lakshman is walking towards the palace of Sugriva in Kishkinda to warn him about his duty. Meanwhile, Hanuman, who is the minister of Sugriva, has understood the situation. He has already expected that Sugriva is not going in a proper way. Immediately, Hanuman went inside the premises of Sugriva, the palace of Sugriva, and he met him. He spoken to him very neatly in such a way that, hey Sugriva, you have promised to Ram that at the end of 4 months, Chaturmasam, you are going to help Ram. You are going to send Vanar army to search for whereabouts of Sita. But what are you doing now? You are engaged in taking the pleasures from your wife rather than doing your duty. This is not the good quality for a king. Please understand, Ram doesn't even need your support to get Sita back. He has got capacity to do the things on his own. Since you have promised him, you have to fulfill the duty. So understand what is happening currently. You have missed a lot of time pertaining to Ram. You have to help him immediately in searching for Sita. So immediately Sugriva has realized his mistake. He has accepted that he is going to do the help. Understand the favor Hanuman is going to do as a minister to Sugriva. Now suddenly, in this situation, Lakshman exactly entered in the palace of Kishkindha. Tara has realized this. Immediately Tara told to Sugriva that you don't confront Lakshman at this moment because he would have been very angry. First I will confront Lakshman and I will cool him. After that you come. That is advice given by Tara. So Lakshman entered into the palace out of hyper anger. Tara immediately took a glass of water to Lakshman and she has given with a smile. And after having glass of water, then she has told to Lakshman that she has accepted that Sugriva has forgotten his duty out of the pleasure that he was taking. Sugriva is after all a Vanar, after all a monkey. He belongs to animal community. When an animal gets pleasure after several years, definitely he will behave like an animal only. So, in fact, Hanuman was discussing the same thing inside. Now, Sugriva also accepted that he is going to help you in sending the army to find the whereabouts of Sita. So, she has requested for apology and she has told him that Sugriva is ready to help you as per his promise. Now, Lakshman is cooled down. After Lakshman getting cooled down, Tara went inside and brought Hanuman and Sugriva. Understand how a queen has to react, my friends. When king is in a danger or king is in trouble, how the queen has to handle the situation, we need to understand from Tara. Not only that, when king is in a problem, how a minister has to save, how minister has to remind his duty, we should understand from Hanuman. So immediately Sugriva came out of the palace and he has requested for an apology to Lakshman. In fact, in Ramayan it has been written that Sugriva has fell on the feet of Lakshman, asked for forgiveness. Now immediately Lakshman has forgiven the mistake what is done by Sugriva, and Sugriva said he is going to come to Ram within few days along with his entire army. So Sugriva asked Lakshman to go back to the mountain, and he promised him that he is going to come to Ram along with his entire Vanar army, and he is going to help Ram in searching for whereabouts of Sita. In this promise, Lakshman has went back to Ram, and Lakshman has conveyed the same thing to Ram. Now, after few days, Sugriva has taken his entire Vanar army